Jacob go. Jacob ran away.
We are live, and we added John Williams with us, and the voice of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Daughter goes to PG, wearing a Tiger Vision shirt, and we picked him up out of the LE stands.
All kind of confused. Be everything to everyone.
That's right.
I'm legitimately confused.
That's right.
JW's one of those guys that's been a pro in the radio business so long he can probably blend in anywhere.
I went to Liberty ILO.
He's doing our writing for us now. He's doing our stories.
Yep.
Yeah,
I saw that on there yesterday. That was a good job being able to cover stuff in a way that makes sense, and so that's nice to have.
Well, so we're about to give you the 8th grade A teams for LE and Pleasant Grove. We stopped coverage earlier on the 7th grade. They called the game. There was an injury with Austin Treadway. Looks like he'll be okay. He just had maybe a hip injury. I talked to his mom a little bit.
Yeah.
Like we said before, this kid, he plays every sport there is. So, for him not to immediately kind of pop up, I personally kind of thought, he must really be hurt.
Yeah, I went out there, and you could tell that, he was in a little bit of pain. And, again, I've known Erin for quite a while. She actually coached out here when I started teaching, and so during some of those long testing days, she and I both had hallway duty together, actually when she was getting ready to get married. So it's been that long ago, and so
I can see her being a coach. That makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, she was a good coach, and then I think once she got married and started having babies, she stayed home, got into photography, does a great job with that now.
I think she
follows her kids around.
Went to Texas High about the same time that I did. Maybe
so.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was out here and taught together. So I've known her and them for a long time, and hopefully Austin will start feeling better. He was in a lot of pain.
But now you talk to that kid's tough.
Definitely want to send some prayers his way.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The best of his wishes to him, and he's on his way to the hospital. Let's do this. Let's go to Rebecca real quick, and we will be right back, and we'll be giving you the game.
All right, you got an 8th grade.
Hey, it's Rebecca with Texarkana Game Day, and with me I have CJ Carson, and CJ Martin, and he graduated in 2012, and he played for LE as a cornerback. CJ, can you tell me what your favorite memory was in playing for LE?
One of my favorite memories playing for LE was playing for one of the greatest, Trey Carson, Marquess and Huff. Getting to play with them boys, it was amazing. Not seeing them in the NFL, I can't believe it.
Yeah, and you said that Trey is playing for who?
Detroit Lions now.
The Detroit Lions. So he got to play with some pretty big people. Is there anything that you would like to say about how having the community out here and alumni affects the players' performance?
It affects them a lot. Just getting to see them and seeing everything that everybody rooting for them, just to be something great in life, you know what I mean? To be something great in life.
Yes, it definitely helps to have an awesome atmosphere. Okay, back to you, Morgan. Thank you so much.
Look at this run. Jalen Bordley on the run.
So they opened up with the kickoff that was fumbled but recovered by Pleasant Grove.
Yeah.
And I saw Bordley had a nice run. Just had a nice little short run right there as well.
Yeah,
he looks like a phenomenal athlete, great size running back. You can tell he's going to have a bright future.
Yeah, he's a good one. He's one of those that they're excited about over there in Pleasant Grove for sure.
This 8th grade bunch has some athletes on it for Pleasant Grove, as you know, and so this ought to be a lot more competitive game than the 7th grade one.
I'll tell you who's passing the eye test right this second on LE side is number 1, TJ Gray. You look at him and tell he's a football player.
Oh yeah, a good block though. Springs the runner to
Reese
the outside.
Cooper on the run.
Reese Cooper, son of Amy Cooper.
Neal on the tackle. That's Amy Cooper's son?
She's been messaging about game day covering Pleasant Grove Hawks, so
all right,
we're here.
He's showing out for us. Hey, Brandy, get a camera. Oh, never mind. He's already there now.
Torian Phillips made the tackle for the Leopards down the field.
It's amazing how much longer the 8th grade players look opposed to the 7th grade players.
Yeah, there is a growth spurt that happens between 7th and 8th grade, and that's why I said you'll see a difference in speed, you'll see a difference in size.
Yeah.
It's a completely different game when you get to 8th grade. Same thing happens between freshman year and sophomore year. And so, yeah, you can always tell something going on. It's Pleasant Grove Hawks offense able to move it pretty good so far starting this ball game.
Brenton Clark playing quarterback. They ran that nice. A little bit hard to tell who got the ball right there. It's like Spencer Danner on the run.
He's in.
Danner.
Touchdown.
He's in for the touchdown. And you see, it looks a little bit more at the 8th grade level like what you see at the high school with them. They run to the line, they get there quickly.
That year, you were telling me this week, you're going to see a big difference from 7th and 8th grade.
Yep.
I see it already.
And where that happens the most is from January to May. When those kids come back from spring and they get out of basketball at the middle school level, they're going to just be doing track, they're going to do football, and they're going to be in the weight room. And that's where that difference in 7th to 8th grade really begins to show up. 2-point conversion play here, trying to stretch it out.
The outside.
It's going to be no good.
Didn't get it.
Good stop by the Leopards. Jathan Malone out there.
That was number 11 for Liberty Ilo, Hagen Power. The man able to stretch that out enough and push him out, but that's a quick score for the Hawks. And again, you talked about if they were able to jump back on that ball on the kickoff return, that could have been a bad way to start a football game. There were 4 fumbles in the first part of the 7th grade games. The Hawks get back on it, and their offense comes out and is able to move the ball pretty well and get down for the early score.
If you're just now tuning in, looks like we just had a bunch of people jump on. Pleasant Grove with the early lead, 6-0. LE fumbled the opening kickoff. PG recovered, drove down, but I think we're going to have a battle tonight. Both coaches said this is a game to watch.
Hey, Matt, how's the 8th grade season been for LE?
I don't believe they've lost.
Okay, all right. I know that I think Pleasant Grove lost 1 game in the 8th grade.
Yeah, both of these teams are really good. This should be the district championship tonight. And so we'll see how that goes.
I love how the guy in the LE shirt kind of just says, I don't believe they've lost. Matt, come on. You know these guys are undefeated.
You know what that reminded me of?
You know these guys are undefeated.
It reminded me of when we interviewed Barry Norton. And I said, what's your record playing in the Texas-Arkansas High game? And he says, oh, man, I don't know. Followed by, I might have lost 3 times.
Right.
Yeah.
I was trying to think back, honestly trying to think back to some beginning games that they've had this year, but I don't know. Over at Pleasant Grove, the Liberty Ilo freshmen won 28-6. And right now, JV is up 22-12. They're in the 3rd quarter over there.
Onside kick.
In Pleasant Grove.
Almost got it.
Leopards able to fall on it. That's number 16, Caden Allen.
When you're playing for the district championship, you pull out all the stops.
And now, still have 2 more games. Pittsburgh next week for the Leopards, and then we end up with Gilmer. Pleasant Grove will have a bye week, I think the last week of the season, so they play somebody next week.
I think it's Spring Hill.
Spring Hill, yeah, that's who. I think that's the one.
Definitely a win against Spring Hill. That's Morgan's.
Well, come on now, Spring Hill. Well, hey, I just want y'all to know, y'all can talk all y'all want. Go pull the record books. You might be surprised at something you find.
Spring Hill can throw the ball around. I think they'll beat Pittsburgh for sure tomorrow night.
Nice pass.
Beautiful pass.
Oh,
bounces out of Tamarcus Gray's hands.
Oh, man.
Gray was wide open. It hit him right there.
40-yard pass, and he sat it right on top of his shoulder pad.
That was a beautiful pass.
Great
not
pass
bad.
by Johnson.
Yeah, it was a great pass.
Yeah, that's a Akari Johnson, 8th grade quarterback.
TJ Gray,
Y'all going to be looking forward
Gray.
for that connection right there. 2 years probably, maybe 3 from now.
Looking at Johnson,
there's a few on either side of those quarterbacks too.
Don't say it.
I mean, I'm just saying the look right there.
Don't say it.
I won't even say it. Lamar Jackson.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a young Craig Jenkins.
No, I was.
You're being serious here.
I hadn't seen anybody that was nice looking as me or in the shape that I was when I played.
I tell you, I'm really impressed with Joseph Bailey right there coming across field, make that tackle.
Yeah, bringing it down from behind. That's Caleb Parks on the carry for the Leopards. Picked up just a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down and long now for the Leopard offense.
You guys look out for 26 out here, Jathan Malone.
Little offset 10 personnel throw.
Craig knows his players.
Yeah.
Look at there.
Look at him.
He knew what was coming. Shifting around. He's going down the sideline. I'm not sure if they're going to catch him.
What a
He's
play.
all the way in.
Game Day Junior Play of the Week right there, man.
Touchdown.
Craig, you called it.
Hey, that kid there is an athlete.
Let's watch it on replay.
That kid's
look
an athlete.
look at the view we're about to. Oh, they changed views. Look at the replay.
He was able to spin around.
2, 3, 4, gone.
Play of the week.
Play of the week. Game Day Junior Play of the Week right there.
That speed, dude. That kid
I was going to say, I'll tell you what, when he turned it north and south.
Who is that?
Jathan Malone.
Jathan Malone, shout out.
He went from within arm's reach to 5 yards away in about 6 steps.
Really quick.
We got to get this kid a Game Day Junior sticker, MVP sticker.
Leopards going for 2 here. Looks like they would come up a little bit short as well, so we're going to be tied at 6 early.
Good job not to fumble that ball. He was about to throw it and pulled it back in.
Yep.
So
that is a highlight we just watched.
That's great.
Do they not kick field goals on 8th grade anymore?
I have not seen middle school kids kick, other than like when we went to Mount Pleasant, they did.
Okay.
But a lot of places you're not going to see that.
I know.
Even at the freshman level.
PG did it with I can't remember his name. It escaped me. The kicker that graduated last year. He was really, really good. I can't think of his name. He kicked in 7th and 8th grade, but I haven't seen it since then.
And that's the deal. If you've got a kid that can do it, get them out there, get them practicing. Because if you can do it well, you can go to school. That and being a deep snapper. Those are the 2 things
right.
that if you can do them well, you can get to college and you don't have to be the most athletic person on the field.
And you can make some good money.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Or you can be with us on game day.
That's right.
It's a little back and forth game here early. Leopard set to kick off now for the 2nd time. High end over end kick. It's going to bounce around. Hawks
grabbed it quick.
Pull that one down. That was read pretty well off the bounce there.
Lucky that was a perfect bounce.
Let's see if
they were
Liberty, coming. I was just going to say, let's see if Liberty Ilo can adjust to that run and slow Pleasant Grove down a little bit.
Boardley
was pretty good on that.
It looked
first
like
series.
they were keying on Jalen Boardley that first drive.
Certainly.
They did a good job at getting other people involved quick.
Yeah, and they've done that, trying to run side to side. And again, they run that same wing tee. A lot of misdirection in that, and it's going to take, especially at the 8th grade level, you have to adjust to that in a hurry if you're going to play defense. Around the left side, and there it is again. This is a big run down the field.
Hey, look, you know what I liked right there? He put that ball in his left arm before they got there.
That's right.
Great run by Spencer Danner.
That's 2 big runs from him.
That's right.
You know, number 2 trailed him on that play.
Yeah, that's Akari Johnson. That's the quarterback.
Flashes of Ben Harmon right there.
Oh, man, that's music to Coach Gibson's ears. Flashes of Ben Harmon. It's going to take somebody special to mess with Ben Harmon's records.
I don't see it happening for a long while.
I'm sure they'd love to see it happen soon.
I know. He's special, though. He's special.
Oh, man, is he ever.
Tell you what, until one of the other defenses figures something out, this may be a back-and-forth game.
I'm looking forward to it.
Tonight.
Hey, I really like that we have a band out here, and I didn't know middle schools have bands.
Some don't.
Okay.
Ours does.
The thing you have to realize about LE is they're all about their band, even on the varsity level.
And that's
probably the best band in Texarkana.
We might need to get their drum line down here, and me and Craig versus them. See what happens.
Hey, I went to college on a band scholarship playing drums.
Me, Craig,
actually.
and Matt against them.
We'll
Y'all against them, and I'll be the mediator.
You'll be part of it.
I'll stand there and watch.
Mr. Martindale brings them out. You can hear quite a bit of sound out of a middle school band.
Great. Let's
he does a great job with them.
I don't guess it has any heights listed on your roster, does it?
No, sir.
No.
Okay. I was just looking at number 1 there for LE.
Hey, that's why I started. I said, hey, he's passing the eye test.
He's taller than me.
Yeah.
I do know that. Little misdirection again.
Danner again.
That time just straight up the right hash.
Yeah, I accidentally said Ben Harmon. I meant Bruce Garrett.
Yeah. You know, in that type of play, you had Danner. He ran outside a couple of times, and that time they turn it straight up the hash. And so if you do that, you catch your safeties cheating a little bit too much to the outside, then all of a sudden you run that counter back up there. You end up with a lot of green space in front of you.
Well, they got it 1st and goal now, so.
Getting quicker to the line.
Boy, how
Leopards
about
read
that
that one
Liberty
well.
Ilo got right there.
They did a good job of stacking that up from the get-go.
26 on the carry there for them. 58 for Liberty Ilo was the first man there. That's Shamar Pickett.
Now, I talked with both head coaches this week. Coach Gibson said this is going to be a really, really good football game. And Clint told me, Coach King told me the exact same thing. And they're both really excited about these 8th grade groups they both have.
As we said earlier, Coach King couldn't keep those glasses off. He said the future's so bright he's got to wear his shades.
I'm telling you, you better not sleep on Liberty Ilo. Man, I want Spring Hill to lose to Pittsburgh. I want Spring Hill to beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Liberty Ilo beats Pittsburgh. You go into first round of the playoffs. Play a
inside trap.
Touchdown.
Reese Cooper for the touchdown.
That was a well-designed play.
Inside trap play or something.
Yeah,
that
you were seeing
outside.
the wing tee right here.
Spring Hill is going to beat Pittsburgh, I can promise you.
Think so?
Spring Hill is a good football team. They look a lot different this year than they have the last few years. Their quarterback can throw it around.
Go into play, beat Pittsburgh, get in the playoffs, and there's going to be a shocker. Have I not been saying this all year long on your show?
Oh, yes.
I've been saying LA's going to get in first round, somebody's getting beat.
Yeah, you don't want to play them in the playoffs.
No.
I would not be surprised if our district ends up at least a couple of rounds deep. Same thing happened last year. And I think probably round 4, depending on how things go, you could either end up with 4 district teams back against each other. I think for sure.
Look at that stiff arm. Wow.
He got in for the score.
Touchdown.
He got it.
That's 26. That was a good run for Jalen Bordley.
He said he wants in on play of the week.
Like we said earlier, you've got to use your size when you're bigger than some of the other kids.
Yeah, and that's what he did.
Muscle them.
That game tomorrow night. Now, last year it was like Liberty Ilo came in with like a 1-6 record or something like that, and had Pleasant Grove down like 21-0.
Yeah.
And so it's like you just can't come in and expect that you're going to win that game.
Hey, listen, I've been saying this all year on the show. Man, that Argyle game, we're sitting over like this is going to be the greatest upset of all time. And LE is going to have athletes every year.
I think we were all going crazy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, defense came out and did some things at the start of that Argyle game. They have athletes across the board. They're really big. One of those things that starts to kind of wear on you throughout the game. And you could see where some of that fatigue came up. But this Leopard team has played with heart all year long, and you get in-town, big rivalry games in town. It always is exciting. Honestly, for the Leopards, the Atlanta game is probably a bigger game than the PG game.
Right.
It's just always been that way, and the Liberty Ilo Atlanta game is always the one you want to go to. But I think tomorrow night, I think the Leopards will be fired up to be out here as well. And the Hawks are always fired up.
They're always ready.
I think the city is always better when you have competitive high schools and they beating each other and playing really good football.
Absolutely.
They try onside kick again. That time 24 Caleb Parks jumps up, fields the ball, and so that's Coach Harris. He just got back with the freshman team after winning over there. That's Alex Harris. He coaches our freshman. Runs our video production classes here also. So he teaches that stuff, runs the video board on Friday nights.
Matt, how long you been at Liberty Ilo now?
This is my 16th year.
Wow.
I know. Hence all the gray hair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna question Mr. Harris's shoe choice tonight.
I don't know what he's doing. Leopards back on offense here.
Another
Corey
deep throw
Johnson with a deep pass down the field.
Can't see it from this angle, but we do have instant replay in the booth. Let's see what it looks like.
Incomplete. He was trying to get it down there to Malone.
I couldn't really see, but I think the Pleasant Grove player may have almost intercepted.
Yeah, it was close.
Pass interference on the offense they were thinking because the
It's like
Pleasant Grove side got upset.
Great angle at this play. Well, maybe not. Great looking ball right there. We do have a good angle. You know what? I like what that defensive back did right there, but I like what that wide receiver did better, even more. Like, hey, this ball's not catchable, but you're not going to catch it.
You're not going to get it.
Is it Tyler Princeton? Almost got the interception.
Corey hands it off.
This is a completely different experience than we just watched in 7th grade.
Greg London on the carry for the Leopards. Runs it around the right side. He picks up enough for the first down.
Absolutely. Big difference, big difference.
Yeah, and that's the difference in playing a full schedule and then getting all the way through an off season.
The only 7th grade team that I've watched that looked like they were more mature than the 7th grade team was that Ben Harmon group at Pleasant Grove now when they were in the 7th grade.
Johnson wants to throw. That time it's complete out of the backfield. Number 16 for Liberty Ilo, Caden Allen.
Johnson is looking really good. This kid, hey, he's looking like a high school quarterback.
He's not bad.
I got to compliment LE on the jersey choice tonight. With the pink, it looks good.
Yeah, pink out game. Usually during October you see that. And so the middle school celebrating that today. The black jerseys, those kind of hand down from the high school. I'm a little back and forth on the arena look black jerseys, but the kids like to wear them.
I'm noticing both schools, neither of them have the PG or LE logo on the helmet. What's up with that?
Middle school, man. You got to earn that when you get to varsity.
Nice run. Oh.
That's Greg London again for the Leopards. He'll pick up the first down.
Sticker on Johnson's helmet, that's for sure.
I'd say that offensive line made a hole.
Spencer Danner almost made a great play, almost stripped the ball from him on that play.
We have a seasoned vet joining us, Rebecca Drennan, Dallas Cowboys sideline reporter.
Intern.
Never has gotten me on the show. I'm there every game, but whatever. You owe me now.
No, I'm an intern.
Leopards
I wish
a little
I was
read
full-time.
option that pun.
That's what Craig, we need to hire some interns. You're kind of an intern tonight because I'm not going to pay you.
We could definitely hire some interns because you don't like to help unload the truck.
What's that?
Nothing.
Craig's taking up all our salary cap.
Big hit.
Yeah. Paying one dude $15 million a year. It's just no room for anybody else.
London picked up 5 on that play. It'll make it 2nd down and 5 now.
My line of credit is dwindling at the bank.
For the Leopards.
Good hit.
Didn't get him.
Way to shed.
He got away.
That's Cameron Hadaway.
Cameron Hadaway's been watching Ezekiel Elliott play football.
Spun out of a tackle there.
Big hit by Reese Cooper.
Just got word the Leopard Junior Varsity did win 22-12 over at Pleasant Grove. So far 3-0 tonight. We'll see how tonight's 8th grade game goes right now.
Congratulations.
Trailing 14-6. Be 1st and goal now. From the 9.
1:21 left in the first quarter. LA deep in Pleasant Grove's territory.
Third and 2. It's not 1st and 9. The scoreboard messed us up, didn't it? Corey Johnson throws it. Caught. He's in. Touchdown. That's Cameron Hadaway, who just ran on that last play. That time they throw it to him on a little wheel right out of the backfield, and it's a touchdown.
Another nice throw on a
for
rollout.
the Leopards.
And he got away. Another good job of getting away from that tackler to be able to throw that ball.
Yeah.
So the Leopards will try to go for 2 here, see if they can tie it up.
I don't mean to change subjects, but I just wanted to ask JW how Arkansas High was looking in the past couple of weeks because we hadn't been there in a couple of weeks.
Well, the last game I was at when they were at home, they lost by 1 point to Lakeside on a missed extra point.
Yeah.
They're looking a lot better. Braylon Bishop, the quarterback that we talked about so much, he's getting that touchdown that we talked about. He needed. He's getting that down, and Tory Blair is just Tory Blair, and so they're looking better. They won last week. Really an upset up at Little Rock McClellan and beat them on the road. It was a good game. 30-28 was the final. Tory Blair scored a touchdown in the last few minutes, and so they are looking good. They're tied for first place in their
Hot
conference
Springs this week, right?
They got Hot Springs on the road, and that's a game that they should win. And if they win that game, they're going to do probably no worse than second and be in line to possibly win the conference because their last 2 games are against DeQueen and Hope, and DeQueen and Hope are just not ready to match up with them at this point, so they've got a chance to win the conference. Okay. And that'd mean home field in the playoffs for as long as they stay in there.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I wish in Texas you would do is play home field at least the first 2 games. Just flip for it or something because trying to find neutral games the first 2 weeks of the playoffs is insanity.
Yeah, I agree
across
with
the state of Texas. And where we are up here in the corner, it's not like you can trade with someone and they come play because people aren't coming all the way to Texarkana to play in a football game. I mean, you look at Grimm over there, you've got a facility that could host any playoff game.
Right.
But nobody wants to drive all the way to the corner.
One playoff game that was hosted at Grimm, and it was, I want to say maybe Pittsburgh played there one year.
Yeah, I think Hooks and New Boston may have played one time. You know, if you get some of those close teams, you may see that, but it's going to have to be somebody that's really close. And I mean, honestly, we've played playoff games like in Emory, Texas, and their stadium is smaller than this one that we're in tonight, you know, but you do that just because of where it is geographically, and that's one of the disadvantages we do have being up here in the corner of the state, is trying to find that. We've hosted one playoff game in the Raider Dome here at Liberty Ilo. You have a gym over here that's
a beautiful gym.
Unlike anything in the area.
Yeah.
And again, unless you get a couple of teams that are going to be close that both want to come in there, why are they going to come all the way to Texarkana to play a basketball
Too far
game?
away. Yeah.
Tie ball game. 1 minute in the first quarter.
Lyndon Beck out at wide receiver.
Good tough running up
That's
the middle.
Spencer Danner running
neither
again.
defense right now shows any sign of being able to stop the other guy's offense.
Yeah, that was just a really tough run up the middle.
Yeah, that's Danner, picks up about 7 yards on first down, and that time was a nice patient run and just kind of felt his way through there until he could get down the field.
So I guess it's going to be which team can make those adjustments at the half or at the end of the quarter.
I'm not sure if they want to snap another ball before the end of the first quarter.
They're acting like they don't want to. So.
They're bringing the play out.
Probably just going to let them rest.
Bringing Phillips, bringing the play in.
But they're going to break the huddle.
I see Jackson Gibson out there, Josh Gibson's son. He's moving out.
Good hit.
Reese
Good
Cooper
game
trying
tackle
to
by the Leopards.
come around the corner. The first man there was T.J. Gray for Liberty Ilo, and then also number 18 in on that tackle was Carlos Ford. And that's the way the first quarter is going to end. We're all knotted at 14 here at Liberty Ilo, 8th grade A team. 14 apiece for Pleasant Grove and the Leopards as we get ready to flip into the field. The Hawks still on offense, and really so far neither defense has found an answer for either one of the offenses tonight.
I don't think they're going to, really, be honest with you. too many
We've seen
athletes.
quite a bit of explosive plays here in just the first quarter.
And again, hopefully anybody watching this, even watching online, you're looking across Texarkana and you go, there's some pretty good teams out here. You look even over at TISD. I know we've played their 8th grade twice so far this year. They've got some athletes out there on the field as well. And so future looking pretty good for several of the schools around the Texarkana area.
But how good is it to just be able to sit at home and watch middle school football on a Thursday night?
Who would think you'd ever get to do that?
Yeah.
Well, and that's where, I think what Texarkana Game Day does coming out, we try to be accommodating. I know the other schools do as well, and that's because that's what you want to do. You want to give these kids exposure. You want to let them be seen, and even at the high school level. A lot of times you don't get the press coverage up here. You'll see that in the all-state rankings across the state. Unless you have somebody from extreme northeast Texas who is just out of their mind good, they don't get picked up. We have one newspaper close to us here in the area. You don't have several sports writers talking your kids up. And what I wish they would look at is start looking at the playoffs when people win. Nobody west of Dallas is winning anything.
No.
Nobody west of Dallas, nobody south of Houston.
Yeah.
Northeast Texas is where it comes from, especially if you look at track, the same thing. And at some point they need to start looking at some of these schools in deep East Texas and around and saying some of the best athletes in the state are over in East Texas football, but a lot of times you just don't get the same love that you do in the metropolitan areas.
And again, it's that 3 hours to come out to East Texas to see some of these teams that a lot of people aren't driving to come and see some really good talent.
Yeah, and so unless you end up with, one or two players that you got a lot of scouts that are coming to look at or starting to see.
Ball on the ground, but he fell on it, got it back. They almost had that turnover.
Danner with a good heads-up play there to be able to keep that from being a turnover. This will be a loss of a few on the play. It'll be second down, and now on second down and long, now maybe the Leopard defense can pin their ears back a little bit and get a stop on something here. Got to get some return ears or something so we can hear each other.
It's hard to hear sometimes, it is.
Yeah.
Pitch back.
Pitch out to the right
got the
side.
Corner. This could be a touchdown. Nice move.
He's still going.
Wow, what a nice move.
Yeah, that was Jalen Boardley, and I tell you, he
nice stutter step.
Just kicked it outside and turned on the Jets from there. Was able to go down untouched.
Did a little stutter step and 98 octane. Turned up a little bit with a little booster.
We're seeing some pretty good athletes on both sides of the ball on offense. Great move there, and I love that arm that the LE quarterback's got.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can sling it around. Last year as a 7th grader, I saw him a couple of times on about the 25-yard line, just hit a slant pass across the middle into the end zone just on a rope. You don't see that at 7th grade.
Pleasant Grove having a little trouble with the, I guess, the handoff.
Yeah.
That's the running back. That's a couple of times here in the last few plays.
And this is one of those games that may come down to one of those missed two-point conversions.
That's what I was thinking. Is like the 2-point conversion is going to be the difference probably.
Yeah, John has seen some of these games. You start to notice that, and even at the varsity level, you miss a couple extra points, you try a 2-point, and then all of a sudden you say, man, this may come back and mean something later on in the game, and you end up with a 2-point ball game at the end and go, wow, if we could have just handled some business a couple of times.
Yeah, unfortunately, when Arkansas High fell to Lakeside about several weeks ago by 1 point, Arkansas High scored with about 5 minutes to go to take that lead, and they missed the extra point. And I turned to somebody and said, that's going to come back and bite them, and sure enough it did.
So that'll be interesting. Now, both teams have, so far in the kickoffs, done very short kickoffs. Pleasant Grove has tried an onside kick every single time. And so we'll see how this goes. And I guess you keep trying it. You mess around and get one because, again, this is going to be a possession game. If you can steal a possession with a turnover or an onside kick, again, you're going to maybe have the chance to come out of here a winner.
Like you said, if they could get this onside kick or this pop-up kick, that'd help with that 2-point conversion that they just lost.
This is Brenton Clark setting to kick off for them.
Didn't go. He got it. Caught it. All right. There you go.
Now the Leopards have a return on, though, and that's –
man, he did a good job of catching that on the fly.
Yeah, he did.
That was Neal on the return for the Leopards, so this will start inside Pleasant Grove territory, and that's one of the risks you run is if it bounces just the right way and your coverage team is all the way down at the ball carrier, they make one move and all of a sudden they're behind you.
Right.
And you can find yourself
especially
in a
if he catches it cleanly like he did off the bounce. So.
Did a great job.
Hey, Rebecca here with Texarkana Game Day, and I'm here with Coach King's kids, Judd and Grant. Now, Judd, tell me what your favorite part is about Friday nights, having football with your dad.
I'm getting to see the team do the best and running out of the tunnel. I like to see that a lot.
Running out of the tunnel, this kid is the star. Why do you like running out of the tunnel so much?
They always put me in the front and I always get to wave my flag and everything.
So he's the flag waver. All right, Grant, tell me your favorite part about football with your dad.
I like to do play.
She likes to play. Oh my goodness. Is there anything y'all would like to say to your dad?
I think he does a really great job, and he's keeping it up, and I feel like we're going to win one of these games.
All right, do you want to say anything to Dad?
He loves me and he snuggles with me.
All right, back to you, Morgan. Thank you so much.
Taking down by number 3, Phillips. The Russell plays a little
And they're talking to coaches why.
We're back on us here.
All right, so the Leopards have moved it down
Coach
first and
King's
10 to the 22.
Coach King's kids, I don't know what they're down there talking about, but it looked like they were having a good time.
We just saw a really impressive run by Cortland Jordan, I think his name was. Really physical run.
Put the Hawks ahead. Now the Leopards trying to answer here. This a quarterback keeper, Akari Johnson, coming around the left side. He'll have enough for the first down before he's shoved out of bounds. Good coverage down the field. Number 27 for the Hawks, Joseph Bailey, able to shove him out of bounds, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and predict we're going to be seeing another 2-point conversion here in a second.
Again, this game will either come down to that or a turnover at the wrong time really may be the difference in this football game. Leopards can get a first down at the 1.
Yeah, just outside the 10 right now.
So you got to play, and we've seen a couple of good runs from Cortland Jordan on this drive, and then Akari Johnson kept it last time. Now he wants to throw. Complete out on the right side.
Malone again.
Malone's going to take that one down to the 5-yard line.
He even makes the quick sideline pass look good.
If you're just joining us, LE's driving in PG territory deep. LE is down right now, 14-20, looking to tie it up. So
that time, Malone was a little bit gimpy coming up after that, so they're going to bring him off the field. Second down now for the Leopards from the 5. Johnson wants to throw, hit as he throws.
I got good pressure that time.
That quarterback threw it at the ground on purpose.
Yeah, he did. Get rid of it.
Great,
Yeah, good pressure by Joseph Bailey up the middle.
I tell you, that may have been for the best. The Hawks had number 3 over there at safety, Torian Phillips. I'm not sure if Akari saw him. TJ was inside of the cornerback, but Phillips there at the safety position I think would have been in the best spot for that. That may have been an interception. Leopards may be fortunate on that, and here we are, 3rd down and 4 to go from the 5-yard line.
Like we said, Malone hobbled off. I know when we play football, our coach would come out and he'd always ask us one question is, are you hurt or are you injured?
There it is. Heard that several times.
I hurt my leg, coach. Get up and get off the field.
Well, I got a penalty on the play there, holding against that.
Like, we have to walk out here and take you off the field. You're not playing next week. Looking back on it, might not have been the best thing he could have done. Not going to mention his name.
There's a hold against the Leopards, and so we'll see if the Hawks.
I think they're going to scoot them back.
It would be 4th down and about 3.
Right, it would have been 4th, and so they're going to make it 3rd and long.
Yeah. I think I'd feel better about 3rd and long than 4th and short.
Yeah.
I think they're going to try to throw a fade out here to this number 1, TJ Gray.
Well, you nailed it a while ago. Let's see if you can do it again.
I think he's too far out for a fade.
And try to run it out here. Throwing it. Caught out of the backfield. That's Cameron. Cameron spins off of a tackle.
Well, they're going to be right back where they were a minute ago.
There we are.
Man, I am
it's still going to be 4th down and 3.
That's
Johnson
right.
is a real deal quarterback.
That's a really good catch as well.
Yeah, that was Cameron Hadaway. He scored the last touchdown on a little pass out of the backfield, and that time he gets it down to the 3. Big 4th down here for both teams. Pleasant Grove looking for a stop. Leopards.
Coach King on the field questioning the down.
All right, they want to talk it up. Coach is saying
showing 4th down, but it should be 3rd.
Coach is saying it should be 3rd down. I think it is.
I thought it was 4th down. Yeah.
I think Coach King is coaching varsity and 8th grade tonight.
Coach King doesn't ever stop. Hey, this guy loves to coach football.
Obviously, he does. Yeah.
Great guy.
I'm trying to think. You got the Leopards down here.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind the one play they accepted the penalty.
Right, but I think that was 3rd. We had the incomplete pass.
And it would have been 4th down, and they said it was 3rd down. I think they got it right. I think it's 4th down.
You had an incomplete pass. You had a run around the right side. 3rd down was the holding penalty. Then that was the 3rd down play there. So it is 4th down.
It is 4th down.
Coach King seems
Coach
to
King
He may talk him into 3rd.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see what he can convince him of.
I don't know. I think he's right. I don't even know. But he's out there in the middle of the field, so I'm just going to go with he might be right.
Leopard player over here went ahead and changed it to 3rd down just in case.
Yeah, he said he don't want to lose PT tomorrow night.
Some optimistic reporting from the chain gang of the Leopards.
If they change it to 3rd,
hey, look,
Coach over there is going to
look
come
in the
out.
middle of this. Look in the middle of the down marker right here. Look at the bend. Hey, that's what. There it is. There it is. Give him that yard. Remember that yard I was talking about earlier?
There you go. That's what it is right there. You know, that's made. So they have those now so that if a kid hits it, it folds over and you don't end up injuring a kid.
When I was in school, we were bending them.
Yeah.
They were having to go to the back and get more chains. I'm calling it a draw play right here.
They went with 4.
What I would call
it is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Big
like
4th down here.
A little blitz.
Man, I think we're going to be looking at right. They're going to throw it to 1 down here.
I think you're going to have Akari Johnson's going to keep this ball.
Did he get in?
I don't think
they can still get the 1st down.
Yeah, he could get to the 1.
Well, remember, he didn't have to score.
I don't think he got
He didn't have to score.
Looks like PG coach is calling for turnover on downs. Let's see what the refs come up with.
Yeah,
they say it's Leopard
make
ball.
They did not make it.
PG ball.
PG ball, rather, yeah.
Well, that's that defensive stop.
We talked about it. If you get a defensive stop, now the Leopard defense is going to have to answer.
Coach
with it being that close.
Coach King is on it.
Yeah, Coach King says he's going to have to come down there and inspect this himself.
Again, looks like it's about a length of the football.
Hey, take it on down here.
about to come. We're about to get it set here in just a second. Correct. Yeah, you want me in the middle? Here, y'all get right here.
Hello. Yeah.
We think they're going to USA. Can you grab that bag?
Why do they listen to you? Why do you listen to you?
You're going to have to talk into the microphone.
Oh.
You ready?
Hello. Hello.
I have Grant and Judd with us. And Judd, I was talking to your dad, who happens to be the head coach here at LE, and he told me that I get to run out of the tunnel tomorrow, and you can watch.
No, that is not true.
He is serious about that tunnel.
I want to run out of the tunnel tomorrow.
Let him go.
Well, we can both do it.
Are you going to have a helmet on and the flag?
Yes, and the jersey.
Is that your favorite part of the game?
Yes. And my also favorite part of the game
Yeah,
is
Grant. Tell me about how's your day been?
good.
Did you go to soccer practice?
Yes.
Is soccer your favorite sport, or is it football?
Both.
Both? That's a good answer.
That is a good answer. Very political.
You can tell she's a coach's daughter. So how are y'all liking tonight?
We're doing good.
A really good football game?
Yeah, I have a feel. We have a real good chance of winning tonight, and the teams are doing their best, and I hope they keep it up so we can win.
This sounds just like a football coach. Are you going to guarantee a win tonight?
Yes.
I like it. Yeah, guaranteed wins.
Grant, tell me. Grant.
What?
Grant, Mr. Becker's talking to you.
Thank you.
Grant, tell me, are you loving LE?
Yes.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming on. Good to see you again. It's been a
Thank
while
you.
since I've seen you.
Thank you.
You've been doing good. You giving dap now?
I'll do it now. Y'all want to see me do that?
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it now. Let's go, LE! Woo!
Let's go, Ellie. Woo.
You got it great.
Thank you.
Answers like a football player.
Bye.
You can tell he's hurt though.
Yeah. Good job, Luke.
Yeah. Go on the field, stand by Brody. You say thank you?
I'll see you tomorrow night.
yes, today we are having a great day of winning. Bye.
Clark's punt rolls dead at the number 2 on the return, Corey Johnson.
What a great touchdown.
Now I'm good at it. I used to be not, but I am.
That ball was never dead.
Yeah, what do you think about that touchdown?
Good.
I hadn't seen that in a while.
Oh, when I saw him pointing, I almost thought, and my immediate thought was, God, he's taunting. And then I looked, he was telling the guy where to block.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm getting this ball, I'm going.
Yeah. 2-point conversion is good.
2 points. Pleasant Grove missed their 2-point opportunity earlier, and I think everybody on the field thought that ball was dead, except the guy that picked it up and ran it in.
That's it, field awareness.
He did a good job.
What do you think about that field awareness right there? You didn't watch the play, did you?
Field awareness?
No, the guy picking the ball up, they never blew the whistle.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, never blew the whistle. He picked it up, took it in.
That's when you should have just said, that was great.
Yeah.
Our field awareness isn't very good. We got the replays.
22-20 PG, 57 seconds left in the second quarter.
That's still plenty of time with those short kicks they've been kicking off. There's plenty of time for PG to go back down there and score again.
Well, yeah.
Kicking off is Howland.
Anyway, second quarter, we're going to have to go back on the set. We're going to go back to the set in a little bit.
Ball returned by number 4, Gibson.
How about that awareness right there, picking that ball up?
Yeah.
Craig, did you see that play?
On the quarterback.
No, when they picked up the punt and it was sitting on the ground, they ran it in. Everybody thought it was dead, except for the guy that picked up the ball.
And he was down there pointing out blockers.
Right.
And setting up
Did a
that
great
return
job.
for a touchdown.
Oh, man. Great play by.
That's TJ Gray.
Great play.
TJ Gray for the Leopards.
I'm a horrible play-by-play announcer.
Job up there. I'll be back.
Quarterback has a man there. Caught.
Good throw.
Great throw, great catch.
He threw one earlier that he missed by just a little bit.
Barely missed it, and that time he connected. That's number 3 on the reception. That's Torian Phillips. Ran under that catch.
Great throw, great catch. We just picked up a bunch of viewers. If you're just now joining, Pleasant Grove is deep in LE territory. 22-20 LE, 15 seconds left in the first half. There was just a big throw and catch, taking PG down inside, I believe, the 10-yard line.
It'll be close to the 10. I think they may be on the.
Well, they're definitely not on the 39 like the scoreboard shows.
No, they'll catch up to that. Pleasant Grove does call a timeout here. They want to talk about it. 15 seconds left. The Leopards do get the ball to start the second half, so if they could get a stop here, that'd put them in a good position to get started.
Exciting first half.
Certainly been a lot of back and forth football. We really, we expected both of these teams to be good. I think both of them have come out and shown that they have some athletes. They've got some guys that really look like they understand the systems that they're playing in. And again, you've got 3 or 4 guys on each team that can really be difference makers, and you can tell that even at an 8th grade level.
I can honestly say I'm excited to see these kids on down the road as they enter high school.
So coming out of the timeout, 15 seconds left. If you're Pleasant Grove, you've been able to run the ball really well tonight. Jalen Boardley has run it well. What are you going to do, Craig, if you need to score 15 seconds left?
I'd call a reverse.
A reverse?
Little misdirection.
I think you're throwing the ball. You have 4 downs here. It's 4 downs. I think you can throw the ball in 15 seconds 4 times.
Double
what
pass.
Do I know? Yes, they did throw the ball.
And they threw it back. A misdirection. Something to get the defense flowing.
That's it.
Threw it back to
Britton
the
Clark.
It was a reverse. They just did it through the air.
Yeah.
But I think exactly what you talked about schematically, try to do something that gets the defense to overcommit.
Misdirection, it looks like at this age is where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the Hawks will go for 2 here to try to make it back to a 6-point ball game. Spin it out to the right side. He's going to walk in.
Touchdown.
Once again, that's Jalen Boardley.
He's having a really good game so far.
28-22, Pleasant Grove with 6 seconds left. But don't sleep on LE right here. Hey, there's 9 seconds left, man. I don't know if you've noticed or not. Got some explosive players on the field.
Yeah, we'll see.
I would definitely be pooch kicking it right now.
Oh, yeah, I think they're going to kick it short again.
They've been doing that anyway, I guess.
Yeah,
I was trying to set myself up to be right because I knew they were going to do it anyway.
Last couple times, though, the Leopards have tried to get a return on. I don't know if it wouldn't be better with 9 seconds left just to try to kick it deep and see if you can get a stop or at least make them run out of time. Because if Liberty Ilo has a chance to throw the ball, at least a play, I think Akari Johnson can get it to the end zone from anywhere this side of a 50.
I'm throwing it too.
Yeah. So you don't have a play clock in the middle school game because
they're still
it's taking a while to get out.
They're still plotting a strategy over there.
Do we kick it out of bounds or do we pooch kick it?
Kick it out of bounds, it gives the Leopards the ball to 35.
I would kick it out of bounds. There's a reason I don't get paid to be a coach also.
I think whatever you do, you want to do something that's going to make Liberty Ilo use time if you're Pleasant Grove.
Well, I'm kicking out of bounds and I'm going back and prevent coverage. Well, once again,
and they kicked it deep.
That's not what a paid coach does.
To Marcus Gray.
I don't like that. You give him a chance to run it back.
Oh, no, I cannot believe
TJ Gray going down the sideline to Marcus Gray all the way.
Oh.
That's a Leopard touchdown.
And that's exactly why you don't change what you've been doing.
Craig said he didn't like it.
Definitely don't do that.
Great play. Great play.
Yeah, you've been kicking it short all day. I squib it on the ground.
Well, when they first kicked it, in my head I thought, hey, that's a smart play because I thought everybody was going to be up. But the players were in position. Just a great athlete with the ball.
With good speed. I'm kicking that ball on the ground to burn that clock so they don't have time but for maybe a Hail Mary.
So now we're tied up. Leopards going for 2 here right before the half. And Again, 2-point conversions at a premium.
A lot of room down here at the bottom. TJ Gray on the slant.
He might be tired.
Like he's running. He isn't even going to move. Oh! 2-point conversion, no good. That was a very aggressive tackle.
Yeah, earlier that tackle was a flag.
Watch it on replay.
When the Leopards made that tackle.
Can you see if he grabbed any face mask? I think it was just a high tackle.
I think he just got him by the
this replay from Texarkana Leopards practice today.
By the jersey.
I think it looked worse from our angle than it was.
So here we are, halftime, all knotted at 28. Liberty Iowa does get the ball to start the second half.
Football game.
Middle school band will be taking the field here in just a moment.
We're going to come back to this at the set. Craig. You have to.
I don't know any of these players. Don't drill me. I'm just going to sit here. Yeah, don't be asking me questions.
That was a great first half, and Rebecca was wanting to tell us everything about it. What did they miss if they're just joining in?
It is a close game is what they're missing. We have two teams that are really working hard for that win.
All tied up 28-28. I saw some young Craig Jenkins out here running around.
Some great athletes with a lot of speed.
TJ Gray has been a big-time difference maker tonight. But there's athletes on both sides of the field. I like it. We got a good old-fashioned football game.
Yeah, the coaches before the game, both varsity coaches were talking about how they were excited to see both of these teams. Middle school staffs on both sides. We were out there at the end of the 7th grade game. They expected it to be a good back-and-forth game, and so far tonight it's lived up to that billing for sure.
I think the best part about the game is me calling these plays exactly as they happen.
Yeah, we are horrible at play-by-play.
We're going to start calling you Tony Romo.
Hey,
you almost
ex-quarterback.
Is that what?
You kind of know what's going on.
Is that what it is?
Let's be real, though. The most exciting part of this game is seeing that these 8th graders are moving up to high school next year. So I wonder what it's going to look like for LE and PG as they transition to that.
Oh, it's going to be.
That's coming from Rebecca, who didn't want to talk.
Definitely the coaches are excited.
Looks like we're going to get a halftime performance here.
Now I see why John Williams was over here using the golden pops to.
Did John Williams leave?
He's up there introducing the
press box.
I didn't
Pleasant
know
Grove
recently John
drill
Williams
team.
is not his real name. I don't know what his real name is, but it's not John Williams.
It's JW.
It's not JW. He's got another real name. It's his radio name. I'm telling you.
I have another name.
I don't know what it is, but
I have another name. It's my weather name.
Not on a middle school, public school broadcast, you do not.
Greg brings us some of the greatest news in the area.
We won't go into that.
All right, let's go to the halftime performance. We'll bring it back when they're done for the second half of this game.
Let's hear it for the Pleasant Grove Star Steppers. Go on.
went to school with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spring Hill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Take it easy on them next week. No, I'm just kidding.
They're playing good football.
Well, I know
They've
the
been
head
playing
coach
good
at
football.
Spring Hill knocked us out of the playoffs both year I was there, and I just I'm sure he's a great coach. I'm like, I cannot believe they hired him. Cannot believe they hired him. Man, how about that first half we just saw?
Lots of exciting football back and forth. We talked about it before the game started. We knew both of these varsity coaches were excited to see some of these middle school players out there, and so far tonight, I think both sides have lived up to the billing.
Both coaches all smile looking at the future.
Oh, yeah. Future is bright over here at PG and LE. Coach, man, looks like you have some studs coming up.
There's man, I think both of these teams do. This is about as talented of an 8th grade game as you'll see, just with length, with size of kids, athleticism, the savviness. I mean, it's pretty cool. I think we have 40 seconds left in that game, and not one, not two, 3 touchdowns are scored. So, that's just a lot of talent out there at one time.
There's such a big difference. Matt was talking about this earlier, between a 7th grader and an 8th grader, and it's like we're watching a completely different football game.
Yeah, I think, us on PG, we don't have a Little League football, where we're tackling with pads, and that does put us behind. So there's the thing, it's like, so why would you do that? And when we came, I mean, there's a lot of safety stuff that was coming out at the health symposiums and whatnot that we were going to in Frisco. My dad didn't let me play till I got to 7th grade, didn't hold me back. And so that's just a call we made. But every year we're like, it's kind of a pillow fight for the first month, and then we see a lot of growth. And our 7th grade actually is playing a lot better right now than they were early on. We still have a huge snap issue.
Did you call it a pillow fight earlier too?
Yeah, and that's
If you same word.
Yeah, they both said the exact same thing.
And then you get to this, year, and guys are doing reverse passes and toss pass and hitting on the money and fade routes, and it's special.
It looks like misdirection's where it's at, this age group. I'm liking seeing them doing the swing tee.
Yeah.
7th grade didn't look like they could just pull it off. They said it hadn't maybe clicked yet.
Right.
8th grade it's clicked.
Yeah, we're struggling with 7th grade on fumbling and getting snaps, and that's pretty frustrating. But I think this group's doing a good job. I think there's been a big jump even from last year to this year.
So we had a poll earlier, and it's just my opinion, so we know it doesn't matter. But I think until you get into high school, we shouldn't do kickoff. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Unless it's onside.
Yeah, that's about all we're getting from both teams, and it's usually like that each week. And then you're like, you know what? Everybody's up there, kick it deep. Well, that didn't work out too well for us with 9 seconds to go.
Well, I know
I was sitting over here saying, I think I'd just probably kick it out of bounds and go and prevent.
on the high school level, though, you've got that kick down to a science.
Yeah, we've been really good at it in the past. We ain't got as many onside, but one year we were 8 of 11 recovering onside kicks, and it's getting harder and harder.
Oh, no
I think they say at the NFL level it's almost next to impossible to get one now.
They really do need to look at the NFL level just doing away with kickoff, in my opinion.
Yep.
It seems like that's a play most people would get hurt on. Right. What a tackle right there. Man, I'm telling you, this future in Texarkana, we have a lot of athletes coming up.
Yep. A lot of
It's
good
going to be
ones.
exciting. Tell me
it's
about
always
this
been
running
like
back.
that.
Bordley.
Yeah, Jay, man, he's a great kid. I think when you look at him, he looks like a grown man. He's 191 pounds. He had a great summer, and for the first time, really hit the weight room. We actually lifted him up with our varsity guys, and he'll compete well. He works hard, and I think a lot of times people look out at him and go, yeah, I mean, he's a grown man playing amongst boys. You'll see one of the smallest kids out there is my son, number 4.
I was going to ask, he's out here.
And he's 4 months older than Jalen. So, and that's the thing. At the end of the day, Jalen's a 191-pound freak. But just like number 1 and 2 for LE, they're still kids, man. You know, they're still kids in those bodies, and they've got a lot of, they're still gonna act like kids sometimes. They get frustrated and he'll cry, and you're going, man, that dude's a big grown man. What's he doing that for? Well, he's a 13-year-old kid, man.
Yeah. You hear college basketball coaches talk about that all the time. Like, just because this kid is 7 foot tall does not mean he's not 19 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to have to keep an eye on Bordley once he makes it to high school, because y'all keep some good cookies over there in the locker room.
Filling up.
That's usually where you can find me.
Don't want to turn him into a fullback?
No.
Coach, what I want to know is when Landon Jackson's brother gets up there, where are you going to be playing him at?
Gosh dang, I think wherever he wants. He's a pretty big dude. He's a really good competitor. he'll project really well as a left tackle or a tight end for us. But I mean, at the next level, he's so long, and we put him back there because he's actually such a good athlete and just being able to carry the ball. He's had some games where he's rushed really, really well. But it's just like Landon. You know, Landon can play a variety of positions and does a really good job playing a variety. But Landon played running back in his class too. That class only won. You know, they've got 4 D1 kids in their team, and they won 1 game in middle school.
Wow.
And they struggled in middle school, and 2 of them weren't that good. Landon's pretty good, and the other kids have grown up, and that's the cool thing about middle school ball. How much better they get. It's hard for me not to turn around and watch this game. I don't know if that's bothering y'all, but that's what I'm here for. It's tough.
That's like I was saying.
Coach King did the same thing. He sat here for a minute and he said, "Guys, I'm going. I'm going over here to do this."
Coach King argued for like 3 or 4 minutes about what down it was down here. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's fourth down." I'm like, "Oh, he's arguing pretty hard. It may end up being 3rd down."
But like you were saying, in middle school, I was telling them earlier, I played football and I knew I could play, but everybody else was just much more advanced because they played Pop Warner and stuff like that. And as I got older, I got confidence and began to play, and now I have a statue being built at Texas High.
Alleged.
Allegedly, huh?
Boyd in with the touchdown.
Man, why does nobody believe
But
me?
what you'll see, okay, I'll give you an example of middle school kids getting better. Last year, that guy would touch the ball 5 times a game. He scored 5 times. There were a few games he touched the ball 7 times. He scored 5 times. And, I mean, this year, there's several drives where he get tackled 3 times in a row. So all these other kids are catching up, and that's the cool thing is that's what I talk to them about. The older you get, there are still dudes out there on Friday night in Texas. We see them all the time, but they don't score every play because everybody's catching up, and that's why we got to work hard and play team ball together. But it is cool seeing kids like him. And
I tell y'all, moment of the night. Do you have an update on Austin Treadway?
Not yet.
I do. I just actually got a text back from his mom that said they were able to get his hip back in place. Just took some more X-rays, and they're waiting on the doctor to come in and talk to him.
That's awesome.
Still don't know, but they were able to get it popped back.
Well, moment of the night on that. One thing when I looked out there, immediately noticed you got 2 Texarkana head football coaches right beside a kid. You know, I mean, it's a lot of character.
Yeah, that was cool.
From the top.
Coach King was, comforting him and holding his hand, and his parents were down there with him too. And I just think, that was huge. I mean, that was really big. And that kid was a champ for 15 minutes, and then kind of lost it at the end, and probably just got a little bit scared. And I think he couldn't feel his leg because it's sitting in that same spot in that blood, just cramping up. But he's tough.
I was sitting over here. I know how athletic her kids are, or their kids are. I was like, man, I'm assuming he's been hurt before. So for him to stay down, it must be something serious.
Yeah.
But man, we'll let you get back to it over here.
Having a hard.
Oh, the game's over now.
No. They did get the 2-point conversion though, so that's
all
good.
this scoring. This game's we're gonna get out here at 10:30 tonight. It'll be raining on us pretty soon.
That's what I'm trying to say. We got to get moving.
Our play has been horrible tonight. Just you go back and watch it.
Well, we got to get up a little bit higher.
Yeah, just turn the sound down.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
Good luck.
I'll be over there to get some of those cookies.
Yeah. You're always welcome. They keep us all big.
Right.
Hey, I'm here with Leo the Leopard. Now, Leo, it takes a big personality to keep your fans engaged on a Thursday night. Do you have any signature moves you would like to show us that get those fans rowdy? Come on, Leo, you can do better than that. There we go. All right, and those are the signature moves of Leo the Leopard. Back to you, Morgan. Thanks, Leo. Fist bump.
Score in a lot of middle school games. You may see it on one side if it goes for a long time, but especially not back and forth, especially not with 5 minutes still left in the third quarter, and you're still out here at 8:45.
Yeah, this is competitive. I get to watch a lot of these 7th and 8th grade games.
Oh, yeah.
And they're usually blowouts on one side or another.
I tell you, what I'm noticing between the 7th and 8th graders, not only is this game way more competitive, body language of these players are completely different.
Yeah.
And some of that just comes from being there before.
I think they may try to stretch it up top right here. Jathan looks a little anxious out here. He may be getting the ball.
Trying to get it down to him. The ball is there.
Man, I think if he'd have stayed on that
line. Again, he stopped. You got to just keep running.
I'm really, really, really impressed with this quarterback.
You should be really impressed with my play call, and I could pick up on that kid not being able to settle down out here before he ran that route.
Knew what was going to happen. So that'll bring up second down for the Leopards. TJ Gray comes back in now. He came out for just a second after the kickoff return.
I was smiling.
So again, you got an 8-point ball game once again. Corey Johnson back in shotgun for the Leopards. Complete out to the left side. Up there and
another quick hitch play out to Malone.
Malone got it up to close to first down yardage. About 3 yards shy here, and again,
I definitely like the wristbands. When I was in school, 1 year, actually my senior year, we went JV. I had wristbands. My senior year, they did away with them, and I would have to run to the sideline every play, and it had me absolutely exhausted the entire game.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think about it so far, JW?
Hey, this is a great game. I mean, you can't get any better than this for 8th grade, this competitive. It's going to go down to whoever has the ball last, I think. I really do.
It's been back and forth all night. So.
Yeah, it's one team gets ahead, but they can't stay ahead. Liberty House got another first down about midfield.
Leopards able to move it that time.
I hope Coach Gibson was wrong about the rain and it doesn't start till after we get finished.
I think it's going to hold off. It may miss us.
Looks like the Weather Channel was right.
What'd they say?
Hey, Ron.
First down for the Leopards here. A little bit of a awkward snap coming back there. Caught out of the backfield, though.
Man, you see what he did? He wanted to throw it long, and he just checked off to his receiver down there.
Play. Sometimes you have to check it down.
Caleb Parks kept his eyes open coming out of the backfield.
Right.
He kind of ran a little modified wheel route, I guess it was. Just kind of got out there in the flat waiting for the ball.
Quarterback did a good job of seeing him over there.
The snap came back at kind of a funky angle. It took him a minute, I think, to get the ball in his hand, and whatever he was looking for downfield wasn't there anymore.
Greg, I think we might have been missing out by coming to more of these younger kids' games.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the way these guys are playing out here tonight.
Caleb Parks again, just a little off-tackle run to the left, picked up about 3 yards on that one.
You think they're going to throw one to the end zone here in a second?
I think you may just still see some little short crossing routes, that kind of stuff. I don't know. They may try to get something deep down there, but I think PG's keeping a safety everywhere you see TJ Gray.
Smart move.
They're going to run opposite side of him now. That's a good play in the backfield.
Shoestring tackle.
That's Spencer Danner. He's run the ball really well for PG tonight. That time he comes back and is able to bring a Corey Johnson down in the backfield, back to the original line of scrimmage.
Because if he hadn't gotten him, he was going to get the corner.
There was a lot of green grass over on the right side of the field. So here you are, 3rd down and 11.
Nothing like seeing kids that can make open field tackles.
Yeah, and that's
I'm a Longhorn fan, and I hadn't seen one all year.
It hadn't been happening, has it?
Not too often.
Hadn't seen it. There's a deep one.
Really nice ball.
Kid there, jumps up, caught it. That's number 26, Jathan Malone for the Leopards. No, he's down right near.
I would love to know stats on this.
He's having
the goal line. Yeah, he's done a good job.
A really good night.
They're going to be just inside the 5-yard line, it looks like. Down near the 4. Corey Johnson sends everybody to the left side. Trying to turn the corner out here. Yeah, I think if he cut it back inside, don't know why they strung it out there. That was number 12, Greg London, on the carry for the Leopards. But, yeah, I'm like you, Craig. I think if he would have turned it up right about the hash marks, he'd be standing somewhere back behind the S in Leopards.
But we could always see it better from the sideline.
Yeah. You get up there, you can see it even more.
Yeah.
Be second down and goal now for the Leopards.
1:42 left in the third.
At this point, I'm not sure if I just don't tell Akari to run it straight forward off tackle.
Cut it.
He's got
There
it.
you go.
Step back in.
He didn't make it.
Nope.
It looked like
Again, another case where they run past the hole.
See Sam Stancada's watching. Shout out. Helped us with the game day golf crew. Y'all know her. She's a great golfer. You wouldn't know her.
She's probably seen my name on the wall at the country clubs.
Get out of here.
Various country clubs throughout the U.S., South America, Latin America.
Dr. Treadway's mother just messaged me, said he's feeling much better. They got to see it back in.
That's good. That's good. That's a little scary out there for
Europe,
kiddo that
Asia,
age.
all across the globe.
Akari Johnson keeps it, dives forward.
He still didn't get in.
Another play.
Again.
Another big play from Spencer Danner.
Australia, Africa.
I went and played today. Wasn't my best round I've ever
Antarctica. I
had.
played with a black golf ball.
Assuming that golf course has no people that work there. I've been to golf courses that has no employees. Shout out John Kelly, taking me there.
Fourth down for the Leopards. Big play here.
Yeah.
For both teams. The Hawks already leading by 8. If you're Liberty Ilo,
Shows the heart of your team right here.
Akari Johnson is out.
Is this going to be another case of misdirection?
It's got to be.
I'm not sure. The Leopards are going to
get over.
I don't know. It looks like they're trying to spread them out.
I don't know if you can see this on camera.
Quarterback
You got
draw.
Clint King halfway out on the field. Josh Gibson halfway on the field. Who said 8th grade football didn't matter?
Hey, they matter tonight. It matters tonight.
I don't think when I was in school I ever saw a high school coach at a middle school game. It's just the times have changed, I guess.
You know, when I was at Longview, we had 5 different middle schools, I think. I know 4 for sure, maybe 5 different middle schools. So, yeah, we legitimately never saw anybody.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're going to come down here where we can see them.
Yeah, we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. 8 minutes left in the ball game. It'll be a big fourth down as we get ready to start this quarter off. Again, the Leopards looking to get into score, have a chance to tie it up here. The Hawks thinking if they can get a stop, already leading by 8, if they can get out of the shadow of the end zone.
Well, yeah.
If you get up by 2 scores in this game, either team –
be hard to catch up. But, you know, even if Liberty Ilo does not make this touchdown, they've got them pinned down there like they did a while ago. They could get it real quickly.
Yeah, and that's what happened earlier, turned into a T.J.
That's
Gray
right.
touchdown on the punt return. Akari Johnson is over on the bench over here, so we'll see what the Leopards have out on offense.
I think we may be seeing a pass right here to T.J. Gray. That's in that conversation I just heard.
All right.
I think they're going Wildcat. He's
But I'm
gonna
also
run it.
deaf in one ear, so who knows? Take that for what
They're
it's
going
worth.
Wildcat. Spread the field.
T. Neal in at quarterback. Nope. Direct snap. Neal has it. Bounces around. Nope. He's
what a
going to be
stop.
tackled.
Good tackle.
None other on the stop than Spencer Danner.
Yeah,
That's a big stop
that
right
play
there.
was kind of messed up from the get-go on the snap.
I don't know. It just seems like LE's players are kind of holding their heads down a little bit early.
I wouldn't say that. I think their big play capability is much larger than their need 3 yards capability right now.
And they've had
when,
big
when
plays.
the field shortens, you see that in the NFL a lot. When the field shortens, everything just tightens up on them.
But if that defense holds them right here, they'll have the ball right back.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't like their body language after that play right there.
Last time we saw this, it ended up in a punt return for a touchdown. When they were in this area. Oh, he dropped it.
Hit him in the worst possible place.
Yep. Torion Phillips had a chance to take that one 95 yards to the house, just couldn't hold on to it.
It kind of looked like he took his eyes off of it right
He's gonna hate seeing that when he goes back and watches the field.
Yeah, that was a great pass. Everything looked good except the end.
The beginning, the middle,
Yeah, everything.
and not the end.
Not the end, because he took his eye off it.
That you see the Hawks trying to go for the big shot dagger out of the
Yeah, and that was smart.
shot over their end
It was a
zone.
great pass, just didn't catch it.
Bounced right through his hands. Second down here. Leopards out there quickly. That's number 16 for Liberty Ilo, Caden Allen on the tackle.
Now they got a big third down. They can keep them from getting it right here. They get the ball right back.
This will be a chess match between the coaches here. What do you tell your defenders to look for? What play do you call on offense? I think this may be where you see some tricks from PG.
Yeah, absolutely.
Terrence Colbert injured.
Got his hand stepped on a little bit, maybe. All right, the Hawks back here on a third down.
How about that?
And again, they tried some misdirection.
Made the play.
All right.
I know TJ Gray didn't make that play, but I was watching him, and he stayed at home on that.
Yep.
He didn't bite on it.
Yeah, Shamar Pickett came in and made the tackle for the Leopards. And like you say, came in, he's been on the sideline. The guy get hurt, you go in there
Next
and
man up.
got to stand up and make the play. Now fourth down for the Hawks
I
here.
don't see anybody back for LE right now. I'm assuming they're punting.
Yeah, Kari is back at the safety position.
They're
He'll line
going
up
for
back
it. They
there.
came here to win. They're going to try to get it offsides here, you think?
That's a punt, man.
They're going to kick it off.
It's an odd-looking punt formation. Somebody better touch that. I see Lil Gibson out there.
Lil Gibson making the play.
So the Leopard offense will have a chance. They got down. Pleasant Grove got to stop close to the end zone. Leopard defense was able to stiffen, force a punt. Now Liberty Ilo with the ball on the 35-yard line, a chance to come back and tie it.
Yeah, it come down to that 2-point conversion again.
Now, and then it's going to come that, and 6 minutes left in the ball game. I think earlier we had 20 or so points scored in about 40 seconds, so plenty of time in this one.
Less than a minute.
For a lot more
We've got
scores.
a lot of excitement in this game.
Akari Johnson with the quarterback keeper. Tries to reverse field.
Oh, what a block.
Coming off of a tackle. Akari Johnson still spinning off tackles.
Yeah, I thought that was a penalty to hit somebody like that now.
He hit him in the chest.
Well, they threw a flag.
Let's watch
There's a flag on the play.
I thought it was just like blindside hits. They kind of cracked down on that.
No, if you hit him square, you can do it.
Oh, man.
That was a hard hit.
Yes, it was.
Woo.
I think there's a flag on the play.
Somebody's a Ray Lewis fan.
Yeah, that was TJ Gray coming up, and
wow.
I tell you, 26.
I was not expecting to see something like that tonight.
But honestly, it wasn't too hard. The kid popped back up, but he's still
he's still back
like
out
there's
there.
a flag on the play.
That's Torian Phillips, number 3. Bordley came up a little bit, shaking up on that play as well. He went off the field.
It's just a little too high. The hit was a little too high on the helmet, yeah.
You got to have your head on a swivel when somebody's going back and forth.
I didn't know in 8th grade you had to have it on a swivel.
Well, maybe they did.
I like it. Hey, I like it.
Yeah, I think they did throw a penalty, actually.
I know when I was in school, they called me the guillotine. Absolutely decapitating players. Maybe not.
Well, if it had been just a little bit lower, it would have been the perfect block. It was a little high.
Yeah, and that may be what it.
Now the first down.
Yeah, first down.
some kind of issue about the spot of the penalty.
Yeah. I don't know if it's from the spot of the
spot or from
foul or from the original line of scrimmage.
Coach King working overtime.
I tell you, he is on it tonight. He's serious about winning this game.
Throwing it up deep.
Corey Johnson caught to Marcus Gray.
Another big play.
Touchdown Leopards.
Touchdown Leopards.
I could have called that play.
Yeah.
I could have called that play again.
You get a penalty there, and you know he's going to be upset, everybody.
That quarterback is good.
What a touchdown.
This right here, probably the biggest play of the game.
Here's your 2-point conversion.
5:42 left,
Right.
2-point ball game.
You can tell those two got really good chemistry on the outside.
I have a feeling these aren't going to be the last point scored. I don't know if this is must-have, but you want it.
We probably at least got 4 or 5 more touchdowns left in this game.
Corey Johnson on the quarterback
I like that
keeper.
Cut he just made. Great cut. Great cut.
And that time, Craig, he did what you talked about earlier. As he ran it up the field, he didn't do that dancing, and he just got in the hole. That's what you were saying earlier in that time.
If you're just joining us,
So
we are all knotted up 36-36 late in the fourth quarter. I'm not just saying this because this is Coach Gibson's son, but he got in there on that play.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he came out of nowhere to try to make that play.
And he is slight of build. So he gets in there and gets busy. Just think about see how intense it is tonight? Think about tomorrow night.
Oh, man.
This is 8th grade.
I think he just couldn't get his shoe back on with the tape on there.
Yeah, and they wear those spats over the top of them to keep the stuff out of them.
Back in my day, Texas High was not wasting tape. That's what they told you. We're not taping ankles unless you're injured.
That was back in the good old days.
The good old days when they were saving tape.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to bring you all the way to the end of the game on this. Looks like rain's about to move in here soon.
Good job. He caught that and got down, and I think that was probably a wise business decision.
Yeah, that's number 6, Justin Castile.
Good job, Justin.
The Hawks will have it here on offense. Their 45-yard line. They've been able to score pretty well at times. Leopard defense has had a couple of stops. The Hawk defense have had a couple of stops. Each team has missed 2 2-point conversions. And that's how we're all knotted up here.
I'm calling it.
What's happening now? What's he going to do?
4 to 5 more touchdowns left in this game.
I thought you were going to call this play.
They're fixing to hand this off to Bordley.
Let me take a look. Let me look at the formation.
You think it's going to Bordley?
I think Bordley's going to get a little
First
pitch out
play,
here.
Yeah. They may go up top once they.
They're throwing.
I was thinking they were going to.
TJ
Good
Gray.
job by the quarterback.
Tell me he hadn't been watching Ben Harmon play football.
Man, they were this close to getting him, and he felt
that's
it.
Brenton Clark.
I think they were going to go up top, but.
TJ Gray got back there in his face. That makes you move pretty quick. But I tell you, Brenton Clark did a good job to get out of the backfield.
Yes, he did.
Save himself from some heartache there and picked up just enough for the first down. Moves the sticks inside Leopard territory. 1st and 10 Hawks. Clock continues to roll. 5:15 left.
It's cooling down, isn't it?
Very much so.
Little bite in the air tonight.
I need them to keep this clock going so we get to see the end of this game. We have picked up a ton of people. I guess the news is going around. It's a big game. It's 36-36.
Look out from behind. There's a flag.
There's going to be a flag on the play, but the Leopards pick it off. Ball's down again, but the Leopards have it.
Fumble.
Man, let's look at it.
The ball was intercepted by number 4, Cortland Jordan.
Man, one thing I can say is I hope the high schoolers are watching this. The varsity guys, they've got a show to follow, a tough act to follow.
Oh, man, look at this.
There's a flag on the play.
It was
it's a hold. Yeah, illegal motion.
That's a good hit, though.
That's going to be declined, so it will be Leopard football, or it should be.
I have a feeling Coach King might lose it if it's not Leopard football.
I've seen some more interesting things on Thursday nights, I can tell you that.
But like I said a moment ago, varsity guys got to step it up if they want to top this game tomorrow.
I'm legitimately enjoying this.
Well, we've seen 2 monster hits in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. 4:50 left in the ballgame. Leopards back on offense. Akari Johnson in shotgun, hands it off.
Don't be surprised if they try to go up top again here.
I'm running that clock to a 1 possession thing, and I'm chunking it deep.
That was 16, Caden Allen. I'm worried about the rain now. I mean, we could put it under something with the weather coming. I don't mind if you leave the trailer. Second down and 6 now for the Leopards.
Ooh,
high snap.
Nice catch.
Johnson's able to get it down. That play could have been scary. Cameron Hadaway on the carry. Leopards will still be about 3 yards shy of a first down here.
Just now joining us, 36-36, 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the game. LE's ball. Third down, 3 to go.
Kari Johnson's going to pull it down and try to run for the first down. He does.
Man, I am really impressed with him.
He'll have enough to get the first down. 27 for the Hawks is Joseph Bailey. He runs Johnson out of bounds.
Craig, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing him on Friday nights sooner than he probably thinks.
Could be coming soon.
So again, 3:28 left. I don't know if you have a 4-minute offense in 8th grade football.
Well, I know they have an 8-second offense.
Well, I know they're not playing.
I know one play.
I definitely know they're not playing to get in field goal range.
That's true.
What if they did pull out a field goal to win it?
That would be amazing.
Up top.
Good tackle that time.
Yeah, that.
Did they drop the ball?
I think the ball came out once he was
Pleasant
down.
Grove guy?
Is it Pleasant Grove ball?
Turnover.
Let's watch it.
So that's 2 turnovers back to back, and now the Hawks have it in Leopard territory. So he got it out to Tamarcus Gray, and he was trying to run forward. The ball came out.
Yeah, he was trying to make something out of nothing. And you see that sometimes when you're fighting down there.
Get a little careless with the ball.
Yeah. But hey, why would he not?
Hey, but I tell you what, I'll definitely take effort any day.
Oh yeah, and fighting for it. So now it's Hawks ball on the 33-yard line. Defense has to step up quickly.
Yeah, now I would imagine you see they're going to try to run the clock.
Oh
now.
yeah.
They don't want LA to get it back.
Well, they're already in field goal range.
Tomorrow.
That kicker.
For tomorrow.
That might not be in field goal range for Sunday.
That's going to be
now.
a touchdown right there.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, he did turn it upfield. What are we saying?
He almost got a touchdown.
Almost, because I could see it developing. They didn't really have enough players on the outside.
Normally, when I see a player
like
take that angle, I feel like somebody's going to cut them off the sideline.
Yeah.
That's Bordley, and the safety was able to get over there and catch up with him, but not until they're down the field. And Bordley's one of those guys that by the time he's moving that fast, he's bringing a load.
I tell you, he number 2 saved that.
Yeah, that's a Kari Johnson quarterback out there.
Let me tell you, he took an impact on that play to save it.
That's Tornado's about to.
It'll be first and goal from the 2.
I don't think anybody's left that started this game with us.
No.
I don't know who would want to leave. It's been fun.
This game is fun.
Quarterback sneak.
Quarterback keeper. He's in for the touchdown.
Touchdown. Good job for his teammates to get behind him and push him on in.
Shoved him on in there, and so.
Here's the problem, though. They left 2:45 on the clock.
It's 2:45. This 2-point play right here. Again, very interested to see what the call will be.
I guarantee you when they kick it off, they're not going to kick it deep like they did right before halftime.
I don't know what I would do at this point. Just try to squib it, or
I wouldn't kick it deep like they did.
So both teams with a turnover there. The Hawks taking advantage the second time.
Everybody's cheering. Look, that's Lil Gibson in.
The secret weapon has entered the game.
That's number 9 out here. Grady Miller. Leopards get out there. They make a stop. So the 2-point conversion is no good. We've got a 6-point ball game.
Is that going to come back and haunt them?
2:45 left.
Yeah.
I would not feel comfortable if I was either team, I can tell you that.
No.
I would definitely be playing a safety over the top of number 1 if I was the defensive coordinator.
This is where you go into that prevent defense, give up everything underneath, nothing over the top.
I don't even know if I'd want them in the open field past the front 7 is the problem.
Out in the.
I definitely want to keep everything in front of them.
Everybody holding on, hoping this rain holds off.
Oh, man, I hope it does
Just a few more minutes.
I can tell you this, that temperature is dropping.
Yeah, it's getting cool.
Feels like football weather.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy this a lot more than when it was 95. Yeah.
We should get Coach King over here right now. What are you thinking right now? What's about to happen?
Oh, we're going for the win.
He's not talking to you right now, I can promise you.
I know he is in this ref's ear over here.
I tell you, he has been on it tonight.
I'm going to stand beside you to make sure you do your job.
And that's, and you see the same thing on the other side with Gibson.
Oh, it is the same thing.
Yeah.
It is the exact same thing.
There he is.
Look at it.
These guys.
That's funny,
Both coaches ear hustling.
Look at him. He's pointing at all these people over there. That's great.
Listen, if you don't think these guys care about Thursday night, Leopards have won 3 of the 4. I know Coach King wants to get all 4. Coach Gibson would love to get a win in this 8th grade group. They've got something invested in both of these teams.
You think they're kicking it short or long?
It's got to be short. It's got to be short.
Onside kicker. Good
it didn't go 10 yards, Good play by the up man for the Leopards. That's number 20 for Liberty Ilo to comes in and stop that onside kick attempt. That's Greg Trotter.
I don't think, after what happened right before halftime, I didn't see him kicking it deep again because it gives him too much of a chance to run it back.
I think that. I also think with 2:44 left on the clock, I don't know what the odds are, but I can only think of one time PG stopped LE tonight. So let's assume that you want to have some time left. They did have that big goal line stand.
I think they looked to go somewhere else to the other side. I don't think they come over here to 1.
No, they're coming to 1. Told you.
He's wide open.
He's wide open. The ball is there.
Oh, man.
I guess that's the best defense. I guess that was really good defense.
He was too wide open.
He was too wide open.
I don't know if they have that on camera. Golly.
Wow.
Kind of stuff that.
Wow.
Wide open for the home run ball and a little bit high.
Wouldn't be surprised if they didn't come back and do the same thing again because he was wide open.
Unable to pull it in.
I think they go up top again, just on the other side.
We're going to do a little quick out here to Caleb Parks. Let's see. Akari Johnson going to keep it on a quarterback keeper.
Did you say Lamar Jackson?
That's what we're going to start at. We got Randy Moss down here at number 1. Lamar Jackson at quarterback. You want to know what they would have looked like playing together? Tune in. 2:31 left to go in the game. 42-36. PG up. Ellie with the football. Driving.
1st and 10. Ball on the Hawk 36-yard line. Akari Johnson's back in quarterback. Caleb Parks at tailback. Johnson wants to throw. Little wide receiver screen set up.
Trying to strip the ball. I like that right
21.
there. See that?
Cameron Hadaway.
Held him up trying to strip the ball out. Great job by LE holding on to that.
Well, they know if they get a turnover here, it's ball game.
Yeah, that's it. Cameron Hadaway gets just enough for the first down. That'll move the sticks. 1st and 10 at the 25 now for the Leopards. They look over to the sideline. Coaches give the calls with signals. Hands the ball off to Hadaway.
That was a good tackle. Good tackle. Because he was about to get moving when he tackled him right there.
Strung it out to the right side. Clock rolling inside of 2 minutes now.
Timeout LE.
Leopards want to take a timeout to talk about it. It'll be 2nd down and 10 coming out of the timeout.
Did you guys have any idea when you started tonight that we were going to see this kind of game?
No idea.
I didn't either. I didn't know.
I didn't know what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this.
I don't think I watched. The other week we were at Texas High was probably the first middle school game.
Yeah, we never even watched.
Well, we had our back,
Yeah.
but that's probably the first middle school action I've watched in.
Like Matt was saying earlier, usually it's one team that's just kind of pounding the other one or whatever.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of back and forth.
I don't know if you get this on here. You got a coach out there coaching a DB. He knows what's coming. He's coaching him.
That's number 3, Torian Phillips out there. He's played really well for them tonight.
A lot of viewers right now. There's 1:49 left. Pleasant Grove up 42-36. Ellie does have the football, the 25-yard line driving. And it has been one heck of a football game.
I think wherever you see TJ Gray, you're going to have a cornerback and a safety.
I have a feeling he's getting. I would be backed off right here down here at corner.
He's close.
I would be.
And
he's
right now he's counting on number 23.
Well, 23, he's not looking. He's on. There's another guy.
I got him to jump offside.
I'm telling you, that offside's about to save them a touchdown right there.
Encroachment on the defense.
Yeah.
This cornerback is dialed in right now.
He's not even moving.
He's still making
back up 5
Hey,
yards.
they got to give him 5 yards. They had to tell him got to move up.
At least he's intense.
Man. They're man-to-man down here. There's nobody over the top.
Well, that's tough.
I think the plan's right here. It's good to jam him and try to get timing
in
off.
a situation like this? I call it a smash route, where this receiver on the outside just runs a little short 5-yard stop, and the inside receiver runs like a flag route out to the back corner. That's probably one of the hardest routes to cover in this situation.
Yeah, especially coming out on the safety. Leopard's going to run opposite side.
It doesn't look like doesn't look like the head ball coach right here is going to try to leave any time for Pleasant Grove.
They're just creeping it on into field goal range.
Yep. Their kicker's got a big leg.
Down by a touchdown.
Third and short.
Good win behind us.
Yeah.
Once again, just picked up more viewers. 36-42. Pleasant Grove's up. 1:22 left. Ellie's ball driving inside the 20-yard line. It's been one great football game.
3rd down
All
and
right, looks
2.
like it's going to be. Man!
Good tackle.
That's number 16, Caden Allen for the Leopards on the reception. Brings it out of the backfield. Number 26 for the Hawks is Jalen Boardley. Played a good game at tailback. He came over and made a good tackle.
Him being an explosive linebacker in high school as well as a running back.
Yeah. I thought that was going to be a touchdown right there.
That's first and
Came
goal.
out of nowhere.
What is
It'll
it,
be 1st and goal for the Leopards. Ball at the 8-yard line. $1:14 left in the ball game. Leopards with a man in motion to the right. Hand the ball off. Number 4 for Liberty Ilo dives down inside the 5. That's Cortland Jordan.
I've only seen him carry the ball a couple times, but he hits it. When he takes the handoff, he hits it.
Leopards will call a timeout.
1:01 left in the football game.
Liberty Ilo about 1.5 yards, 2 yards outside the end zone. We'll have 3 shots to get it in with 1:01 left.
Yeah, the trouble is, once again, if they score on this next play, they're going. PG will have a minute to get back down the field,
which is very possible.
So, yeah, with those short kicks, you're right. It doesn't take but a play or two.
So the Leopards calling a timeout. Wanted to talk about it. Liberty Ilo has 1 timeout remaining. Hawks have 2. 1:01 left in what has been an exciting night of Thursday night football.
JW and I were just talking about if they were to score right here, would it be enough time left? The way this game's been going, it'd be a lot of time left for another score.
Yeah, this is like a minute left in a basketball game.
Really?
You know, if you're a coach over there, this has to cross your mind.
Let them score?
Would you just let them score?
I don't know. I play because, we've seen a lot of fumbles and stuff this game.
That's true, yeah.
You can always play for that.
I guess you never know what's going to happen, but
yeah.
I think I'd almost, with them on the 1 yard line, with 42 points on the board, I want a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want the ball back.
Yeah.
If I'm the Leopards here, I'm keeping the ball in Akari Johnson's hands. I'm going to see if I can maybe get a little crossbuck run.
Needs to move in.
I think he's just going to keep it.
Yeah. I think he's going to run to the right side behind some of those heavy guys. High, snap, cuts it in, touchdown.
Absorbed the hit, put it in.
So we are
2-point conversion.
Tied up.
Yeah.
Big play right here.
Coming down
and ready for a 2-point conversion.
Too bad they can't do like on Matt and take the snap and run all the way back to the other end and then run it in for a touchdown. Cheerleaders showing some intensity.
And now the Leopards got a guy having to come out. That's 65.
75 coming in the replacement.
For Liberty Ilo. He's going to be on page 2. That's William Watson coming out. Terrence Colbert coming in for him. Colbert came out a little bit earlier banged up. Big 2-point play here.
You think they go with the same play?
Leopards are going to try to throw it, firing across. It's picked off.
Intercepted.
The Hawks have it.
He's going
down the field.
He's going to score.
He didn't get him.
He's going to score.
He stepped out.
He stepped out.
Of bounds.
It's no good. He stepped out. It's a tie ball game.
Good
yeah.
Tie ball game. Kick off.
Let's watch it on replay. Interception. What a move right there.
He actually had a guy out in the flat in the end zone.
Akari was able just to hit him enough that he stepped out of bounds, I guess.
Wow.
Man, that kid's going to be impressive.
So it turns into a really big, no good extra point, but now we're tied. 42 seconds left.
I'm really surprised he threw the ball.
I am surprised.
Yeah.
I would have thought that Akari Johnson was going to keep it.
Yeah.
They should have ran something like PG ran earlier where they got the flow going one way and threw it back.
Yeah.
I don't have my raw. Who's number 2?
Number 2 is Akari Johnson for the Leopards.
Shout out to Akari Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah, he's the quarterback.
We don't have a hustle award, but if we did, that would have won it.
He kind of had to go get that one. That was on him. But that is a good job. He didn't put his head down and,
42 seconds left in the ball game.
I don't know
42-42 all. What a shootout we've had tonight.
So what do you do here on kickoff? I'm kicking deep.
I think LE probably can kick deep.
If I'm Liberty Ilo, I'm squibbing it down the field.
Mm-hmm. Squibbing it, that's good.
And I'm gonna make you go down the field. I think the Hawks can score quickly. They have not been as quick. They've been very methodical marching down the field. They haven't been the quick strike offense that the Leopards have been.
They missed a couple of deep
they
throws.
had some. They've had some shots, and that's where if you're the Leopard defensive coaches, you better talk to them about it.
So do we have overtime?
There is no overtime on Thursday night football.
Let's get excited.
It could be a tie. And you know the way the teams have played tonight, they both deserve it. I mean,
almost appropriate, but I don't want it.
Nobody wants it.
I can tell you who's been really impressive tonight. That's Aaron Whitehead behind the scenes. Shout out to our production crew.
Yeah, and they have – what you don't see on camera is everything having to be picked up, trying to be packed away quickly, so as soon as we go off the air, we can get this stuff out of the weather. And it takes a lot of people to make this come to you. And
thank goodness we didn't break down 2 hours ago.
Texarkana Game Day crew does a
Coach King's been out
job.
there deliberating with the officials again. I don't know what
I think it would be very difficult to win an argument with Coach King, is what I've noticed.
He's pretty intense.
I don't know what they're – at some point they were talking about – it looked like the officials were trying to give – one of the guys was trying to give Pleasant Grove the ball because one of the officials kept just telling him, no, it's just no good. It's no good. It doesn't matter what happens in the play. You either get the 2 points or you don't.
If you don't get all the way to the
if they scored, then it's 2 points for them.
So it's kickoff time. So I don't know what the big discussion's about.
Well, you feel this weather's about to hit.
Yeah,
it's coming
going on an
quick.
extra layer.
Okay,
right now.
so the Leopards are kicking off from inside Hawk territory at the 45. So there is a flag.
So there must have been some type of
Coach Gibson out at
I think the
midfield.
only play on this could have been a personal foul.
Yeah, there's a personal foul at the end of that last play, and so nope. And now they're going to say not.
Move it.
Okay.
And now Coach King's going to go out there. So Coach King talked to him. It was that, and then Coach Gibson went out to the middle of the
Whose
field.
argument is better? That's what we're playing right now.
Somebody better tell somebody it's about to rain.
I don't know how you.
Yeah, guys, we have.
If there was a penalty, there was a penalty. I don't know.
I never saw a flag. Looks like we just had a bunch of people join. 42 seconds left. 42 all.
I think you've said that like 8 times, so we should be up to about 400 people.
Well,
okay, that's good enough.
You know, it's
a lot of people are missing out on a great game.
Oh yeah, I mean we may not get
watching.
KSLE 33 views.
We don't even need to mention that station.
I'm looking at acquiring that station and the talent. Is it for sale?
Definitely not. I mean, 15 million maybe.
You're already on a payroll for that.
Leopards set to kick off here. Number 21. Handling the kicking duties for Liberty Ilo. That is Cameron Hadaway. He's played running back tonight, has done a great job. Now he's kicking the ball out here, and we'll see what the Leopards do.
Wow.
I think he might have meant to kick that harder.
I was a little surprised.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised. Well, they got
so the Hawks will start
that was a little
right
unexpected.
at midfield. Yeah, I don't know that that's what they intended to do.
I'm looking to see probably number 3 go up top.
I think we have a friendly clock man over here. 5 seconds on that? I don't know.
Told you that, Thurston.
I'm thinking number 3.
Yeah, they've done it a few times. They've been very close to connecting to Torian Phillips a couple of times.
I think this is going to him again right here. Oh,
double pass.
Again. Oh, no.
Incomplete.
I can hear Coach Gibson over here and disappointed in that play.
2 guys trying to get there. That's what they scored earlier on the 2-point conversion.
Though.
I don't think LA was as fooled this time as they were the first time.
No, you had some guys that were out there ready to keep up with that. Incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and 10.
We got to get Coach King mic'd up next time we come on a Thursday.
I don't think
you can do that.
I don't think we could.
Leopard secondary
31
needs to be opportunistic here. You got a chance with balls flying around, wind going like this. What do they say? Every time you throw the ball, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Yeah.
Here we go with a pass this time, coming left. Leopards with the closest man there, incomplete, and that's 26 for Liberty Ilo. Jathan Malone
Good game.
Really had the
kid
best
tonight. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, he's had a great game. He was in the best position. The receiver for the Hawks actually had to play cornerback a little
he did
bit.
A good job of playing
defense
on offense there to keep him from catching it.
Third down now. If you're the Hawks, third down, 25 seconds left.
I'm almost thinking you run the ball.
Man, I think I think both of these coaches right here are playing for the win.
Yeah, you never play for the tie.
Yeah.
I'm not playing for the tie,
but you don't want to turn it down.
Give it to they'll throw one pass and score a touchdown.
I'm running some kind of like middle screen.
Little wide receiver screen, something out.
Well, he has 2 timeouts.
I think I would probably just try to pitch it out to Jalen Bordley.
And they do.
They are going to run it.
Which is always a good play.
Bordley trying to turn the corner.
They threw a flag over there.
And I actually saw who that was on.
Holding.
They're a little bit too young. We're not going to call it, but.
Leopard get him out of bounds. There's a flag on the play.
It's
holding against the Hawks. So that opened up the. Was it pretty obvious? Okay.
So that's going to make it 3rd and long.
3rd and very long. 19 seconds left.
I don't see nothing yet. But it's probably getting close.
Well, it's dark. See, the sun went down and.
Hard to see.
Yeah, it's. If you do start seeing the rain light up, we're experiencing problems.
Really?
No, if you look up towards the lights, generally you can see
some rain if it's coming. And that is the type of news analysis that I've come to expect from Craig Jenkins.
Same play. He's going to throw it, though.
One more play. One more play.
Yeah.
4th down now, 10 seconds.
I don't even throw it deep. I maybe go trips on one side and send everybody deep
screen.
and then send somebody kind of across the middle of the field, maybe catch it and try to turn it up.
Well, I'm telling you.
It is middle school, so you have a good chance.
They better not leave one
Don't
second
leave
on
one.
this
That's
clock.
what I was going to say. Don't leave 1 second on the clock because if they got one
If you do, you better line everybody up back here.
On one side with 26 in the slot and drag him across the field.
I had no idea this was going to be this entertaining.
No way.
Yeah, at this point, if you're the Hawks, you've got to get the ball
if this
into
is an indication what we have
the
to
hands
look
of
forward
Bordley
to in years to come, count me in.
Yeah.
Bordley's in the slot to the left side. Quarterback wants to throw, firing it down the field. Incomplete.
They left 3 seconds on the clock.
3 seconds on the clock.
And they're in it. Ellie's in their own side of the field.
3 seconds.
Man, you gotta have your defensive.
What's your play call right here?
They're throwing a fade to TJ. And if I'm Pleasant Grove,
I don't go to him.
I was gonna say,
no, you got to.
It's the obvious.
Hey, I tell you what I do is if you fake it to TJ to the left side, you get it in Cameron Hadaway's hands over on the right side, or Jathan's hands. He's done good tonight too. But I think you're going to see.
I bet they're throwing it.
I think you're going to see past 27.
And 3 seconds left, 42 all.
If you're PG, you better have
there is no time.
Your defenders back here at about the 20-yard line, 10-yard line.
There's going to be.
We'll end at a time. There is no overtime. I apologize.
I was going to say I moved 26 back deep.
Timeout, Ellie.
Yeah, there will be no press coverage. I can promise you. This will be as prevent can be.
So do you go Boise State, hook and ladder on this play?
I was going to say you almost. If you're the Leopards and they're back that far, you may get down. And this is where that chess game goes back and forth. And I always tell people, I've called games on the radio for a long time. I've watched in the stands. I don't want to put my livelihood in the hands of a bunch of 15, 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
And so I may talk about what I'll do and all that, but you won't see me do a whole lot of questioning of what coaches do because I can assure you none of them show up and go, let me see how bad we can mess this up today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Big point of the game. This has been a blast.
It's been great.
Man, has it ever.
I'm glad you guys got to see me on a Thursday night.
That's good. You came out.
I had to beg him to come.
You are adequately bundled up and prepared for the coming monsoon.
I'm hoping we get everything loaded up in this trailer.
It's called weather preparedness.
You ought to be able just to roll it in there for tonight, huh?
Oh, man, I wish. But no, it's not. Got to take it apart. You can roll it down there.
All right, both seeds
have
have.
the hard way. Don't leave it in one piece.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bounces around too much.
Well, we're going to sign off
trailer.
and not let you guys see the last 3 seconds.
I will not be responsible for that.
Really? Cards and letters.
If you do, I'll go live with my phone on the LE Facebook page. All right, here we go.
Well,
Timeout, PG.
yeah.
Oh, they just wanted to see the formation.
Yep. And so now the Hawks.
No, PG's got their deep guy back at the 15-yard line right now. It's really fitting if it does end in a tie.
Yeah, it has been that type of game, and it really, each team you can point to times when you did not make the 2-point conversion.
Right.
And at any one of those times, and you had some plays that were extremely close.
Yep.
You had the Leopards stopped right in the shadow of their own end zone. You had a few turnovers in the ball game.
Yeah, you had that punt that got
TJ picked up.
And he ran it in for a touchdown when everybody thought the play was dead.
So there are several things that have happened in this game that could have flipped it one way or the other. I think the thing everybody should be happy about tonight is that it's almost 10 o'clock at nighttime, and we're not playing this game 2 hours away somewhere.
I think
neither team has more than about a 10-minute drive home.
I told my wife I'd be home by 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah, mine.
That's what I was.
Mine has texted me a few times. I'm usually not. Usually, this is my one night a week that I don't have something. But it's been fun to hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
And we'll try it again tomorrow, maybe, depending on what this weather looks like.
Halfway out on the field talking to Little Gibson. His name's Jackson Gibson. I can't help but call him
Little Gibson.
So here we go. The Leopards bring him out. Gray is going to be lined up wide in the left slot. Cameron Hadaway is going to be lined up on the right side.
I got Little Jackson finna send him on the blitz.
You got some.
Little Jackson up the middle. Coming for the quarterback. Ball is up. Almost intercepted. Oh,
that's it.
Almost into the hands of the receiver.
Oh, man.
Tie game.
And that's going to be it. We end at 42 all.
Wow. Give me some thoughts. How great of a football game was that?
It was great. Let's pack up and get out of here.
All right. We're glad we got to bring you this first-time coverage on Game Day Junior 7th and 8th grade. It is about to storm, and we are out. Thanks for watching.